Good day. This is part 2 of Dark Day of the Soul. If you want to check out the first video, just take a look right up here. On this video, I want to talk about what happened during my Dark Day of the Soul. After being injected at Trail Hospital, they put me on the Mental Health Act, which means you lose all your rights to say what medicines you can take and what you can't take. And so every month, for 3 months, they injected me with this shot called the Depot. I don't even know the actual name, but if I didn't show up, then the cops would have showed up at my house, picked me up, and bring me to the hospital again. So that's how they force you to take these kind of medicines. And it took a little while to kick in the first time, but then after I got my second shot, it hit me like a ton of bricks. I felt scared all the time. It was like I was disconnected from everything. I woke up in the morning literally screaming. Like screaming out of the top of my head, just like in complete panic every morning. And that probably lasted in waves. It would get really bad and then it would be okay sometimes, but it was generally just really flipping bad. And that continued lasting for about 6 months before I started to come back. Let's say 3 to 4 months of that was me waking up every morning screaming in agony that I had to live in this world. And all I could do was I would get up and I would take a little bit of kratom and I'd go back to sleep and pretty much scream into my pillow until I could calm down. And they tried to put me on benzodiazepams instead of kratom. They asked me if I was using any substances, and I'm such a truthful person, I just told them, I've been taking kratom in the morning, and it's been helping me. And they said, well, maybe it's not helping, maybe it's getting you worse, and at times I would try just not using it, but it was definitely something that saved my life. They were trying to give me benzodiazepams to fill the space of kratom, which is a leaf from a tree. So this just shows you how satanic these psychiatrists are. They didn't even want to talk to me about anything that was going on. They just wanted to know what drugs they could put me on. What really saved me from my dark day of the soul was my wife, Melanie. She's an angel. She came all the way back to Canada from Austria, and she saved my life. I had nobody. Everyone was gone, and Melanie came back and saved me. I needed somebody to help me out of it. And after some time, I started to feel better, a little better, and I started jamming with Jordan and Shane again, and just playing some music, and that really helped me get out of it also. And then the COVID stuff got quite serious, and Shane and Jordan didn't want to have anything to do with my thoughts on COVID, and so that pulled us apart. But the way it pulled it apart, it actually opened my eyes to what this gaslighting was all about, because I saw it again. As soon as I started to talk about the dangers aspects of the totalitarian system that was coming in, or the vaccines, or any of that stuff. They would just make me crazy, especially my brother. Not so much Shane. Shane's actually was fairly just didn't want to say anything, just didn't want to have anything to do with it. My brother would straight up gaslight me, and I was like, wow, this is just like what happened. And then I realized it was a wake up to have my brother call me dangerous when I was joking to him, because then I realized how powerful the shadow is of people, and how powerful that Cain and Abel, the spirit of Cain, is. And that was the beginning to the end of my dark day of the soul. In a sense, my family was carrying on the old me, and happy that I was willing to just forget about my awakening. They liked me in that position because I was weak, you know. But when my family turned on me for this COVID thing, and then I had a San Pedro experience, I was spoke to again, and I remembered everything that happened. It was like a wave of truth hit me again. I, went into some deep healing. After that, I was meditating a lot, using quite a bit of psychedelics, and it blasted me out of that dark day of the soul. What was the worst idea was taking SSRIs. I took them for a while, and as soon as I came off of them, that's when I really start to feel better. So if you really, really, really need to use SSRIs, then maybe use them shortly, and that's what I did. But to be honest, I'm telling you, they did little to nothing. And if anything, I think they just quiet the third eye, and they just dumb you out and make you into a little robot. So I just suggest stick to plant medicines and stick to love. You need, in those times, you're gonna need somebody that's to help you, and to help you is, it's okay to ask for help. Sometimes we're in the darkest day of our souls, and we never ask for help. Who's this guy? Oh, is he happy I'm home? Oh, geez, look at that. Are you happy I'm home? Who's your good boy? Huh? Who's your good boy? Come here. Come here. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Did you miss me? I was only gone for a few minutes. Why you miss me? One of the best energies and best medicines is a dog or a cat. They just have amazing, pure energy, and they can always shine light. Much love and God bless.